Hello and welcome to my 7-month update video. This has been a simple but productive month. I spent about half my time on flashcards and I split the other half between watching videos and practicing pronunciation. I didn't study every day, but I am trying to improve my consistency. Overall, I am still making steady progress and I am enjoying my studies, and I consider those both big wins. This month there were 14 days, only 14 days where I studied for 3 hours. The other 17 days I either studied for less than an hour or not at all. I totaled about 45 hours, which is like half of my previous averages. Not too worried about it, but I do know that I need to work on my consistency going forward. I think I fell into a trap of like all or nothing thinking. Either, if I can't study 3 hours, then I might as well not study at all. Which is silly, but I think that's how I felt. Going forward, I'd like to focus on just not missing any days. Even if I can't hit 3 hours, if I can study for an hour or whatever, I'd like to try my best to study as many days as possible. As I said earlier, this month I focused on videos, flashcards, and pronunciation. So, starting with videos, I've actually been watching proportionally less than in previous months. I've actually gotten a little bit tired of banging my head against videos that I'm just not interested in to fill time. So I've only been watching ones that I really like. Out of everything that I watch, I tend to understand Huaban Foods videos the most. I don't know exactly why. Maybe I'm just more familiar with them. I've seen a lot of them. Also, I'm getting the gist of a higher and higher proportion of each video, which I'm happy about. Which leads me straight into flashcards. I have been focusing on more on flashcards recently because I think they give me a better return on my time at this stage in my learning. I still think that optimal learning requires a balance of immersion and flashcards, but I'm starting to think that in the earlier stages that balance should be tipped more towards flashcards. Right now I'm at about 2,500 cards, up about 170 from last month. I do delete cards that I don't like, so it's not necessarily like a lifetime total. I currently have around 2,500. And recently I've been focusing a lot on subs to SRS cards. A quick reminder, subs to SRS is a program that automatically makes flashcards out of subtitles. It makes little audio clips for each flashcard, etc., etc. It's a great program. I find these cards difficult, but very interesting and engaging. Engaging is good because it makes me want to do these cards. Most of them have several new words on the card, which isn't necessarily ideal, but it is manageable most of the time. And when it isn't, I just suspend the card. I just, put it off into the future or whatever. I have plenty of new cards that I can study in the meantime. So because there are so many new items per card, I've been learning fewer cards per day. 10 cards is usually quite taxing, as these cards contain, in total, probably 30 or 40 new words. But the payoff is very satisfying, and it keeps me coming back. And if I keep learning 30 or 40 words a day, that's a lot of progress. So anyway, to create these subs to SRS decks, because you have to create them yourself, I have been utilizing 3 sources. YouTube videos that already have Vietnamese subtitles. I have been paying freelancers on Upwork to transcribe and roughly translate YouTube videos. And I've also been using bilingual stories from this book, Vietnamese Stories for Language Learners. It has Vietnamese and English text. If I can show you guys, it has Vietnamese and English text, as well as audio, of course, in Vietnamese. For all the stories. Where was I? Okay. Obviously, paying the freelancers and using this book, they both cost money, but it's not that much. This book's like $12, and like the freelancers, for like less than $1 a minute, they'll transcribe videos. So it's not too expensive. But the other thing about these 2 methods is I have to manually time these subtitles. The freelancers just give me like a list, a transcript, and I have to manually go in, okay, this line happened at 2 minutes and 11 seconds. This line happened at 2 minutes and, 15 seconds. It's a little bit time consuming, but I really find it worth it. Because I feel like it's just a great benefit to use really native material. And yeah, like I said, it's engaging. So the last thing about these flashcards is I have actually found it helpful to have both Vietnamese and English on these cards. If I only have Vietnamese subtitles on these cards with no English, sometimes I have a trouble getting the gist of what's being said. But if I have an idea of what's being said, when I go to look up the definitions, it's much easier for me to figure out, they're using this word this way and they're using this word this way. So really I only use them to when I'm first learning the card. I actually tend to ignore the English later on, but I have found it very helpful, which is why this book is good. And like I said, I've been asking these freelancers to give me some English, just rough English for these cards. Anyway, lastly, I have been practicing pronunciation, which has been giving my glottis a real workout. I try to spend about 30 minutes on it each day I study. I've been using pronunciation drill recordings where I repeat after the speaker. The drills consist of single words spoken kind of slowly. They'll say ma, I'll say ma, just that kind of stuff. Very, very simple. Anyway, now that we got the sweet red mark here. Yes. At my current level, I prefer this approach of single words to shadowing or anything else. More than 2 or 3 words, I have trouble paying attention to get the details correct in these words or these sentences. So I really have been liking just focusing on one word, get the balance of the word correct, get the tone correct, etc., etc. As I mentioned in the last video, I've been using this mic to help to hear myself better. There's a little 0 latency headphone jack in the back of this thing, so I plug in some headphones and speak into it. Yeah, I think it helps. For most of the month, I was using elementary Vietnamese's pronunciation drills. Well, not perfect. Overall, I think they're actually pretty good. I think I've been through them 4 or 5 times now. Yeah, just a few days ago, I started playing with the phonology course from the American Defense Language Institute, the free one that's online. I've been liking it a lot. I mean, it's from the 70s, so the audio quality isn't great or anything, but it does respond well to some simple cleaning up in Audacity. If you guys know what that is, it's a little editing program for audio. But yeah, it cleans up pretty nice, and yeah, it actually. So one thing I do like is, in addition to the single words, it has groups of 2 words and 3 words. So I can work my way up from, 1 word, go to 2 words, go to 3 words, then go to sentences. It's more of a progression, so I do like that. Okay, I have done, seriously, no preparation for this, but to illustrate my current level, I am going to read a few lines from The Little Prince here. So, yeah. Let's see how it goes. I have seriously never read this book. Okay, let's read. I will read just this part, this first part. Anyway, here we go. Hồi lên sáu có lần tôi đã nhìn thấy một bức tranh tuyệt đẹp trong một cuốn sách nói về rừng hoang nhân để những chuyện có thật. Nó vẽ một con trăn đang nuốt một con thú. Phía trên là bản sao của bức tranh đó. Okay. Yeah. That was a little bit slower and a little bit more jerky than I wanted it to be, but I think I said some of those Okay, I don't know. Anyway, again, this is all for you guys to see truly where I'm at in these videos. Not like, oh yeah, I'm the greatest in the world, but then never tell you guys. But this is so you guys know. Yeah, I have not practiced any reading. Like I said, I've only been listening, repeating. Literally, like the first time I have ever read something out loud from a book. Yeah, okay. Enough excuses. Anyway, that's it for this month. I plan to continue what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it. I feel like I'm learning a lot, especially with the flashcards, especially with the pronunciation. Yeah, like I said, I think it's just, I've been enjoying it. I think that's really important. So anyway, flashcards, videos, pronunciation, that's it. See you guys next month. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.